All right, everybody. Henry Confidential here. It's time to do a Schmoedown reaction, and this is strictly a selfish reason that I'm doing this reaction. I want to compete against Mark Andreyko and Ethan Erwin because I have a very strong feeling this is going to be one of the greatest matches we've ever seen, similar to Andreyko's very first match against Viviani over a year ago, and I just want to see how I can do because I've been doing pretty well in trivia lately over on my own stuff. I have been watching a lot of movies and studying up, and I'm just curious how I would compare to these two. So let's go ahead and get this started. Mark Andreyko versus Ethan Erwin. The winner faces William Bibiani for the championship. So there's a lot of stakes here, and let's go ahead and get this started. Live event. Comment below if you're going to be at the live event. Definitely curious. I still am not sure if I'm officially going to be there yet. I want to, but trip to California is very expensive. I live in Indiana. KO Eruption. Go join the hashtag KO Eruption page on Facebook if you want to follow follow and talk about all the stuff Mike Kalinowski related, KO Eruption, the Inner Geekdom Tournament, etc. It's hashtag capital K, capital O, RR, Eruption. And also, if you're not at this point, go ahead and subscribe here at Confidential Cinema because we talk about movie trivia. We're going to do top 100s. We're going to do other various types of shows. And go ahead and join the Confidential Cinema Facebook group. Plugs out the way while we're waiting. If you guys have been paying attention when I used to do Take 3 reactions, I have been a fan of Ethan since day one. I think day two. I think after his first match because I had to learn who he was in his first one. I was a big supporter of him in free for all. That's interesting. It's definitely interesting that they're saying that. That was a great match against Lon. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. It's crazy. He started off with one of the best matches ever, so he's had the toughest road, similar to Bibiani. High expectations right away, and when you play some of the best, you're going to have a not great record unless you're the best of all time. And given that it's a game, it's not going to be like that. So I've always liked Andreyko. I didn't like when he was in the Lions Den because you could tell that he was playing a character and it just wasn't suitable for him. We'll see. So we're here to find out. Do it. Got my whiteboard. I just bought a smaller whiteboard because I didn't like my big one, so I got a smaller whiteboard now. 100 Confidential. Once again, Confidential Cinema. Subscribe and go ahead and check out the rest of the shows. We also do trivia, so it's a small little club. So there's only 16 people that we're having. So you can't join, but you can watch, and we'll love your support. What's up, Christian? Mark. I've been waiting. Correct. Hey, KO. Whoa. Hold your booze. Hold your booze. Calm down. Calm down with your booze.
But Sam Levine caused way more chaos.
Zaniness with a capital S.
Sam and I sat down and we talked for a bit, and Sam made the decision that he was stepping away from the game. Obviously, he was going to be around to help out. He dropped both belts. He's no longer the singles champion. He's no longer the team's champion. And that put the singles championship up for grabs because Bibiani was supposed to challenge Sam. But when Sam left, that left Bibiani without anyone to challenge. We knew Erwin and Andreyko would be playing for a contender spot. But now they have someone to play. They're going to be playing Bibiani. Either way, can you imagine Ethan Erwin versus Bibiani to where you had the free-for-all battle between these two? Take that aside, Mark Andreyko and Bibiani had arguably the best match in Schmoedown history in their debut. Bibiani broke the record. It got a near perfect round. We got a perfect round, just one multiple choice. But and Andreyko was on fire. Any one of those matches for the title would be crazy.
Yeah, look, we're spoiled either way. I'm actually glad Sam Levine went to the Villages and retired. I hope you're doing well at bingo right now, buddy, because we have Bibiani going up against one of these two. And you look at a guy like Ethan Erwin. He's the real wild card to me between him and Andreyko. We know what Andreyko brings to the table, but a lot like Mark Andreyko, who started off so red hot in this league when he first came out of the gate. Then he had some stumbles. Ethan Erwin, we're still waiting to see if he is truly a cyborg of movie trivia or he has some cinematic lapses yet to be discovered. Will Fisher appeared today.
That's a great point, though, because Mark Andreyko at this point is a veteran of the league. He debuted in 2016. Ethan is in his fourth match, but he's fresh to the league. He's a superstar already. The fans love him. The competitors are scared of him. I mean, he's 3-0. He has had amazing matches. He started off beating Yolanda Machado, and then his second match was a masterpiece in his win against the Professor Lon Harris. What a match that was. And then he took out the Godfather, Sam Levine's former partner. And then now here he is, Mark Andreyko. This is a big test for Ethan.
I was on board
is that good, but the question, like you said, is Ethan the real deal? We find out today in this number one contender match against Mark Andreyko, who is a solid competitor.
So many questions. Did Andreyko shower before the match? Will Ethan Erwin be sporting his trademark producerial blue button-down shirt? Is anybody going to make guacamole out of these avocados on my shirt, Christian? So many questions. We answered some of them with the pre-interview. Check them out right now.
That's what people diss Bibiani for.
This has been a fantastic year for the Fife Club. We had both Rachel and Clark in number one contender matches. Both of them had a shot at the belt. I've had two competitors have a crack at getting that championship, and frankly, third time's the charm.
So this is a number one contender match. It's myself against Mark the Android Andreyko. And look, by the way, I was going to put it out there. I like Andreyko, okay? I've hired the guy to write for me in the past. I think he's great. I think he's very smart. He knows his stuff, but guess what? I know a lot more.
Ethan is a really, really good player. He's like the shark in Jaws. Just he has one purpose, and that is to destroy and rend and tear. So, I hope part of me hopes I destroy him, channel my inner Andrew Guy versus Merle.
Way to bring that up,
or I just don't lose by too much. So there's no pressure from the preamble she just gave me.
I have come in here and single-handedly, just from the beginning of this year, torn through this league. And now I'm going to take him down, and after that, Bibiani. And guess what? Then the title's mine. And that's, I think, what we've all been talking about this whole time. Sam Levine even told me that one of the reasons he quit was because he knew he'd have to face me.
Knowledge isn't everything in this league. There's a lot of personality game. There's a lot of psychological warfare that goes on. There's lots of feuding and that sort of thing. There's a lot of psyching out, and thus far he's been very focused and very internalized. So we'll see if the knowledge can get him through all the way, because you got to get a thick skin in this, because we all want the belts.
Look, I know that there are people who think that I don't have enough personality and that I don't have enough character. I'm not a face. I'm not a heel. That's nonsense. I have tons of personality, but it doesn't matter for this game. There's only one thing that matters, and that is what's in here.
Ethan, you are a very worthy competitor. I am a little nervous, a little humbled before you, but the fate of the wheel, there are some categories I know that you don't, so it's up to the gods to decide.
Andreyko, I'm going to annihilate.
Straight up serious.
I feel bad about it, I guess, a little bit, because we've worked together and I respect you, but you're going down. There's going to be nothing left but just a pile of Android parts on the ground. And I'm sorry to have to do this to you, but it's what's going to happen, and you guys are going to watch me.
I like it. Let's go.
I like the arrogance by Ethan Erwin.
Yeah.
You see, like he's at this point, he is saying, "I am the best in the league." He even went as much to say that Sam Levine retired because he didn't have to face him. I like the moxie on Ethan Erwin. But I also like Mark Andreyko, where how much he wants to play Bibiani again. He wants that match. He says he knows he can beat Bibiani, and he's got to beat Ethan to do it. And it's heating up to be a classic.
Well, as we've seen recently in the Schmoedown, things don't always go the way you think they're going to. The odds are never quite in your favor. Ethan Erwin right now, he's kind of like Ivan Drago, but we all know what happened to Ivan Drago. He was on the second Death Star when it blew up. Christian, what are each one of these competitors good at?
I think it would be better to ask what aren't they good at.
Similar strengths. You have Mark Andreyko, comic book movies, musicals, and thinking his competitors are valets. If you saw that in that last collision, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Throwing his keys to a lot of people. Christian wrote a joke about farting in the car and leaving it for the valet. Very funny piece of material.
I appreciate it. And then you got Ethan Erwin. Ethan Erwin, whose strengths are Arnie and Sly movies. You've got action adventure. You have Oscar movies. And being pissed off when someone calls him a valet.
Will anybody know if Arnie and Sly were ever in a musical? We're about to find out. Christian, I am mentally prepared. Are you physically set?
Oh my God, it's fantastic.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
We're all begging for that one.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
Let's do it. Come on, baby.
Good crowd. Good turnout today.
I'm ready to put up a goose egg against these guys. These questions are going to be hard.
Number one contender match. Introducing first, representing the Fife Club, with a record of 4 wins, 2 defeats, he is the number 3 ranked contender, Mark the Android Andreyko.
That's what I thought. He likes to dress up sometimes. This one, he's like, oh, it's all business. Ethan's no game.
Stacey Howard and the Machine earning his spot here today. And his opponent, with a record of 3 wins,
Not
no
the same,
defeats,
but similar music.
and 1 knockout. He is the number 2 ranked contender.
He's at the beginning, kind of seemed a little funk. Hey, he's got social media now.
From 1990s classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's got to bode well for him early in the match.
Well, I mean, that's the song he's been coming out to. It's been good for him since his first match here as he stared down the Android. It's no entourage, and it's the wonderful Fife Club there with the Android. All right, Mark, how does round number 1 work?
I will read the rules while Christian stares dead-eyed into the camera for 45
he does
seconds.
that.
Can do that
It's
today.
hilarious.
What was that?
In round number 1.
Where was I?
The field is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of the movie Trivia Galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1. As soon as we ask you the question up here at the answer desk, please write down your best attempt at a correct answer on the whiteboard with the marker we have so kindly provided for you, free of charge, minus shipping and handling. I will remind the competitors of your 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the match. If you need to hear a question again, you want to buy yourself some time, use the JTE rules, and you also each have 1 challenge. If you don't like the way a question was ruled, use your challenge, but use it wisely. Back to you, Christian George. Wake up.
I'm there.
Let's do it.
I'm there. All right, here we go. So, Ethan, are you ready to go?
ABC.
Always be closing.
And Mark, are you ready to go?
Let's get it over with.
Let's get ready
Wait not to ask me, Christian. I'm playing.
There we go.
What's up, dude?
All right, question number 1 in the realm of action-adventure. Let's start it off with who plays Alan Grant in Jurassic Park?
All right, we're just out here throwing the frisbee around early in the match.
Give him something to do.
I'm so nervous.
To make sure your markers work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what is his name?
5.
Ask for repeat.
Oh, boy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pen down, please. And
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill.
correct, Mark.
I completely.
I'm so nervous.
Wow. All right. There you go. So, all right.
We give Andreyko
My car is running.
the options.
You're like, you got an
There
Uber.
we
It's
go.
outside. It's waiting
I'm good
for
now.
you.
Your next question comes from the world of movie release dates. Yes! Your question is, the first Mission Impossible film starring Tom Cruise came out in what year?
Well, Ethan put, no, both had it.
I look at this more as an Emilio Estevez.
1996.
That's true. 5, 4,
Release
He's
dates.
back in a big way in the
Come at me,
first
Ben.
way.
2, 1. Pens down, Mark.
96.
That's correct. Ethan.
96.
Got it. Okay. Next question. All right. Ethan.
We were
is
alive
up by
then.
1.
I
All right.
remember that.
Next question.
I was old then.
Dramas. Dramas is the next category. John Wayne, Henry Fonda, and Sean Connery star together in which war film?
Ooh, we're a long way from that first Jurassic Park question.
I know.
The only war film I can think of with John Wayne. So.
5, 4,
Green Berets.
3, 2, 1. Mark Andreyko.
Guns of Navarone?
It's incorrect.
Damn it.
Ethan?
Longest day.
That's correct. All right.
I never heard of that, so I don't feel bad about myself.
I don't think anyone's ever heard of Guns of Alvaron. Maybe
Next.
Ethan can
Guns of
produce that.
Navarone.
All right, your next question comes from the world of animated movies. These are movies that are drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question is, Henry Selick directed what 2000s stop-motion animated film?
Yeah, these two.
What? Forget
Repeat it. 5,
Nope.
4, 3,
Franken
2,
Weenie.
1.
Damn
Ethan.
it.
Coraline?
Correct.
I
Mark.
kept thinking of Corpse Bride, so I'm like, that's not it. That's Tim
4-2.
Burton.
The
4-2.
Guns of Coralino.
4-2. Next question here. Fantasy sci-fi. Who plays Miracle Max in The Princess Bride?
See, but again, everybody's. I've seen that movie once because
At least when
Bonnie
I get asked my
Somerville
favorite movies, I
forced
know.
me
5,
against my will.
4, 3,
I did enjoy it.
Billy Crystal.
2,
Oh,
1. Pen.
Yeah,
Billy
repeat the
Crystal.
question.
Yep. Who plays Miracle Max in The Princess
I don't
Bride?
even need the answer right now.
Anyway,
Just
what
wanna,
I'm saying.
like I said, if I get asked my favorite movie, I'll know. I
5,
should know. It's for
4,
phrase.
3, 2, 1. Mark Andreyko.
Wallace Shawn?
Incorrect. Ethan?
Billy Crystal.
Correct.
You're looking at.
1 point.
Okay, and it
Ethan.
is 5-2. And Christian, it is inconceivable that already Ethan Erwin would be 3 points up on Mark Andreyko, but he is as we move to our next category, and this is in the world of comedies. Bahahaha. What U.S. city are the ladies visiting for the majority of the hit film Girls Trip?
Caught up on that movie.
Surprisingly
Enjoyed that.
funny. I don't like the peeing
it's
scene.
there. 5,
Tiffany Haddish.
4,
A Star is Born.
3,
New Orleans.
2,
New Orleans.
1. Ethan Erwin.
New Orleans.
Correct. Mark.
New Orleans, more specifically, Essence Fest.
Well
right,
done.
that's
True.
right.
It is. It is. Okay. So it is 6-3.
Even with the
6-3.
stupid
Doesn't
Sam
work
Neill,
that
I
way.
still might be able to
6-3.
finish
Next
up a 5.
question here.
So,
Horror
happy.
/ thriller. 2008's Let the Right One In features which kind of classic horror creature?
Haven't seen this or the remake yet, but I own them both, so they're on the queue.
Whoa. But accurate.
I can't hear with all the jokes.
Afraid of the dark? Did you ever think
5,
there was something in your closet under
4.
the bed?
No. 3. Last
There was
day.
something in my closet anymore.
Vampire. I love Mark Andreyko.
Pens down.
I'll be opening for Mark Ellis at San Diego Comic-Con.
And Billy Crystal, what do you got? Mark Andreyko.
Vampire.
Correct.
Vampire.
Ethan.
Vampire.
You got
All right,
it.
one more and I'll
right,
get 5.
So
I'll be happy.
7-4. Ethan Erwin,
Tie Mark
though, if he
Andreyko.
gets this right, he has scored a perfect round. Last
That's
question
right.
here.
Ethan may be winning, but Mark Andreyko cracking the jokes the parents are explaining to the little ones. Your last question.
It's 2018, guys. You know what's up.
It is a Patreon question. The following question comes to you from our buddy and Patreon supporter,
Jake gets so many
Hammer.
questions
Thank
asked.
you, Jake Hammer. You know
Jesus.
why they call him the Hammer? Because he's tough as nails. Thank you, Jake, for supporting the show and for making that Ninja Turtles rap. In the category of Jake's choosing coming of age, His question is, Michael Caine and Robert Duvall play eccentric uncles to a boy named Walter in what film?
Looks like they both have this one.
I am an uncle. Do you consider me more Michael Caine or more Robert Duvall?
I don't know.
I don't know.
4, 3,
Our interplay has never
2,
been better.
sorry, 1. Pens down, Ethan.
Secondhand Lions.
Correct. And Andreyko
Secondhand Lions.
got it. Ethan and Erwin has scored a perfect round. So with that, there's going
I
to be
got
a
4 out
bonus
of 8,
question for
so
only
whatever.
Ethan
I should have
here.
got
Ethan,
5.
you don't need
Sam
to write
Neill.
it
How did I
down.
not
You just
get
need
that?
to answer this
Such
question.
a
Here's your
jerk.
bonus question, Ethan.
Okay.
Who directed
Martin McDonough.
3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri?
Martin McDonough.
For 1 point. Ethan Erwin
hasn't
goes
missed
up,
yet.
has not missed, and now round number 2 comes in. It's the wheel round. Mark Andreyko having a nice round with 5 points.
He's got 5
Ethan,
points.
Ethan hits the 9-5, and here we go with round number 2. Round number 2, Mark, how does it work?
In round number 2, it is also known as the wheel round, the wheel of fate, destiny, perhaps justice. Each competitor
Go, baby.
spin at that there wheel. Whatever category you spin contains 4 questions from that world of movie trivia. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question, but there is stealing available in round 2. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us to provide you with multiple choice. We'll tell you 4 possible answers, one of which is correct. If you get that one, it is worth just 1 point. Because Ethan Erwin is in a commanding lead and throwing a perfect game so far, he gets to choose. Is he going to spin the wheel first or defer to the android?
I'm going to go first and get this over.
All right, so
All right.
Ethan is going to hit the wheel
Taking
here.
the keys to his own ride. Keeping the valet jokes going. Christian and I at the desk.
These are interesting.
Promise not to pull a Snyder.
All right. Christian, I will note there are 2 wheel slices that are sponsored by 2 of our Schmoedown patrons right now. They are Tim Burton and action adventure movies. Tim Burton and action
You're gonna
adventure
sponsor a
movies.
Patreon. Do a good one.
Uh-oh.
We passed Tim
Carpenter.
Burton. It could be an action adventure, Christian.
And action adventure. You going to stay with action adventure?
All right.
Alex, you got it?
Action adventure. And that
I'd be curious,
is supported
Carpenter.
by our buddy Lance Door. Knock, knock. Who's at the door? It's Lance, but he puts an E on the end of that door. Thank you for
Exit,
supporting the
exit,
show, Lance
exit.
Door. Big fan of yours as well.
All right, here we go. Ethan, action adventure, 4 questions in action adventure. Who played Lara Croft's father,
John
Lord
Voight.
Richard Croft, in the first Tomb Raider film with Angelina Jolie?
John Voight.
2 points.
As always, got to read ahead.
Next one. Who plays the bumbling cop?
Oh,
who
Alan
used to
Greer.
work for Alan's father in the 1995 Jumanji?
David Allen Greer. Yeah, David Allen Greer.
5, 4,
Eugene Levy.
incorrect. For the steal.
Big
David
steal
Allen
here,
Greer.
Christian. Take
That's
a
his
hold
name.
off.
Bumbling cop.
5, 4.
Steve Martin.
Looking for David Allen Greer. David Allen Greer.
Great on him.
You know what? Even multiple choice, I would not have gotten that.
David Allen who?
Greer.
Yeah, I know. I'm
He had a
Greer.
TV show called DAG. It was a wonderful
Oh,
program.
Dag, yes.
Question number 3. Who plays the CIA operative Dylan in 1987?
Carl Weathers.
2 points.
That's why you got to read ahead.
Ethan is back.
That's why you got to read ahead, Carl
Rare
Weathers.
misstep.
I would have gotten that, but I won't.
In what Stallone film does the main villain continuously call Stallone's character Pig as he taunts him in the final scene?
Cobra.
2 points. So there you go. Ethan Erwin only missing 1 there. 15 of 5.
Andreyko
Mark
really
Andreyko
needed
is
that
up
steal.
now
That
on
was
the
huge.
wheel.
Crime is a disease. Movie trivia is knowledge. And meet the cure, Ethan Erwin, ladies and gentlemen. And here
I got 3 out of 4 of action
Andreyko.
adventure. I'm happy. Because that's not something I consider a spin.
And
Andreyko needs a big round.
John Carpenter. John Carpenter.
David Allen
John Carpenter.
They want Jodie Foster, and they might just get it, Christian.
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
All right, here we go. And now Andreyko steps up to give his best. The crowd sees Jodie Foster.
I wanted to get a big trouble, a little China question, man.
It's
And we're going to see what we land on
Oh!
here. And could it be opponent's choice? Could it be musical?
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
He's going to stick
Both,
with Tim
Patreon.
Burton movies.
Got it.
Tim Burton movies, and that's very interesting. You know why, Christian? Because that's the other. This is the first time in the history of the Schmoedown, I believe, that both Patreon slices were used in the match, and this one belongs to Jeremy
JTH.
Hastings.
Great reactor. He's a good reactor.
Hastily joined the movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon, as should you.
There you
Thank
go,
you,
JTH.
Jeremy
Good job,
Hastings.
bud.
We appreciate your support.
All right, here we go. 4 questions
Let's
in
see
the
if
realm
we
of
did your
Tim
category
Burton
justice.
films. Mark.
All right, Mr. Andreyko, your first question, the world of Tim Burton's imagination. In Big Fish, what actor plays the elderly version of Ewan McGregor's character?
Albert Finney.
2 points.
Yeah.
He does.
I wouldn't have gotten
Your next question. In Beetlejuice, the Maitlands discover a book named The Handbook for the
Recently deceased.
2 points. Andreyko hitting the categories pretty good out here. Coming back.
We would not have accepted recently diseased. Your question is,
wouldn't have done
what
that
kind of salad does Joyce feed Edward in Edward Scissorhands?
Julian.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Waldorf salad, B, a Cobb salad, C, an ambrosia salad, or D, a Caesar
Cobb.
salad?
Ambrosia.
1 point. Literally clawing his way back into this match.
This is big here.
2 more points up for grabs. If Andreyko can get it, he'll be trailing by just 3 entering into round number 3. Your last question is, what is the name of the judge that Alan Rickman
Turpin.
plays? I did not finish the question. That's very rude, but it is also correct.
3 points. Mark Andreyko clawing all the way back with a big deficit, down by 10 and only down by 3 now. Round number 3.
He did it with Carl Weathers. I'm allowed to do it with a musical.
Exactly correct.
So now we have a match here as we get to 3-point deficit only. As we get into round number 3, Mark, how's it work?
In round number 3, each competitor is going to give us here up at the answer desk a series of numbers that range from 1 to 20. You're going to give us 3 numbers in total. Each number corresponds to a different movie trivia category that we have our eyes on. We're going to ask you 3 of those questions. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. And your last question is worth a big, meaty 5 points. That could be the determining question in this match, because Ethan Erwin still has a 3-point lead over Mark Andreyko. You're going to be giving us your numbers from 1 to 20 first. What would the producer like?
1, 7, and 17.
1, 7, and 17.
All odds, interesting decision.
Mark Andreyko.
2, 3, and 5.
2, 3, and 5. All right. So we're going to start with Mark Andreyko here with his 2-pointer. 2-pointer to get within 1. Mark Andreyko, you chose category number 2. That's Sandra Bullock.
Oh, I love her.
What country is Sandra Bullock from in The Proposal?
Canada. Come on. Yes.
Canada.
Correct. 2 points.
that was not a fakeie. That was a
I was
full-blown.
nervous.
All right, so now to take his first lead here.
Our greatest enemy right now.
First,
By the time this airs, who knows?
all right, first lead here, and now you have the category, Mark. You chose 3. You chose 3. All right, Mark. What is the one-word term?
What is the category?
Oh, I'm sorry. Category is new releases. New releases. What is the one-word term for the consciousness of the mind in Ghost in the Shell?
That's a new release?
Within the last 2 years, yes.
Oh, okay. That's what it covers. 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
What is the one-word term for the consciousness of the mind in Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost.
Correct. That is correct. Hits it
Yes,
in the crowd,
that's great.
uses
Holy
their
cow.
minds. What a match now.
I was going to guess Shell, so I'm going.
Ethan Erwin now.
Sometimes I just tell you.
Ethan
Wow.
Erwin to tie the game.
Mark Andreyko has literally, I believe this in my heart and soul, guessed his
Yep.
way into a lead here in round number 3.
Hey, it worked for our president, so hey.
Every time.
All right, and here we go. Christian, now I'm going to ask Ethan his question. As soon as I'm done leaving, a nasty comment about Mark Andreyko making it all political. Ethan, your question.
Don't go on his Facebook page.
You chose the number 1 because that's what you believe you are. You are indeed the favorite. That corresponds to your 2-point question in the world of family films.
Great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
In family films, your question is, in the
Marmalade.
Paddington films, what is Paddington's favorite food?
You don't know this? Marmalade. Come on, Ethan.
5.
Marmalade. Marmalade.
2, 1.
Repeat it.
You said repeat.
Too late?
Too late.
Fine.
Too
Honey.
late. The answer was
Marmalade or marmalade sandwiches? He's a bear that loves marmalade, and it's GD adorable.
so. And Ethan needs to take the lead here. If he hits his 3, he needs to take the lead.
All right, now, Ethan, you did choose for your 3-point question number 7. And the number of Joe Theismann corresponds up here to Angelina Jolie.
Great.
About her movies, not her personal life. And your question is, name the critically panned yet Golden Globe nominated film starring
Tourist.
Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp traveling by train
Tourist?
to Venice.
The Tourist.
3 points, and he's back in the lead, Christian, where he feels most comfortable.
All right. And so now we go to Mark Andreyko.
Oh,
who
God.
needs to
Come on,
hit
Mark.
the 5-pointer. Mark needs to hit the 5-pointer. If he hits it,
I don't even care who
it
wins. I
bounces
just
back
want
to
them both to
Ethan.
hit their 5s.
If he
So
misses
Ethan
it,
would win,
Ethan
but-
will go on to play Bibiani for the vacant singles
Triple
championship.
threat. Triple
All right,
threat.
here we go. Mark, you chose Thriller. You chose Thriller,
The song?
the category. All right. The murder of a powerful gang leader in New York City that goes by Cyrus serves as the inciting incident of which 70s action thriller?
Dirty Harry.
Five, 4,
Is that Dirty
3.
Harry?
Repeat the question.
No, he's not a gang
The
leader.
murder of a powerful gang leader
or
in
something
New York
like that.
City that goes by Cyrus serves.
Oh, the Warriors.
Correct. So
What
now
is the Dirty Harry? Scorpion?
Ethan
I think it's
Erwin
Scorpion.
has to hit the
Cyrus Scorpion.
5-pointer. If
Scorpion?
he
Let me know.
hits it,
Scorpion?
he wins. If he
The crowd, Christian having to quiet the crowd as though
I
they
didn't
were
get a chance to
children in the
clap.
back
Good
seat
job.
acting up.
Mark!
if Ethan hits it, he wins. If he misses, Mark Andreyko will get his rematch.
Triple threat.
Bibiani.
Triple threat.
All right. Here
Iron Man
we
match for the championship.
go.
That's what I
Just
want to see.
nervous
Triple threat.
reading this question,
These three.
Christian,
Quote
because the
me.
question,
It's super easy.
your question comes from the world of Disney movies.
Oh, I was hoping you'd do the films of Ethan Erwin, but that's fine.
If
Let's
you
go. I'm
produce,
ready.
Direct to video doesn't count.
What? You wrote that. Anyway.
Ethan, your question
Okay.
for 5 points, the win, and the right to play William Bibiani for the belt. Name all 3 darling children from Disney's Peter Pan.
Rufio?
Wendy.
I always get that on the Schmoedown app. Rufio.
5, 4.
Got
Repeat
two
the
more.
question.
Name the 3 darling children from Disney's Peter Pan.
I don't know. You might have this one, bro.
Is it Toying
You
with
might.
it? Can't tell.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat again.
Name the 3 darling children from Disney's Peter Pan.
Wendy, Rufio.
5.
Richard and Steven.
And your winner! Andreyko pulls out the upset, coming back from a 3-round deficit, and Mark Andreyko gets the rematch against Bibiani for the
I didn't care at that point.
Wendy, Michael,
I really am rooting for Ethan, but I like both of these guys. I think I'm pretty sure it says at the beginning. I didn't care who won. I wanted a great match, and I was been okay with either of these. I want a triple
He
threat
missed a couple
among
crucial
the 3 of
questions
those.
in round of 3
William
when he had
Bibiani,
such a
Mark
great
Andreyko,
match
Ethan Erwin,
going
Iron
up
Man.
until that point.
What do they
How
know?
about that?
For the championship. Come
Bibiani
on.
versus Andreyko 2.
Barn burner.
That was one of the best first matches we ever had with Andreyko and Bibiani, and now
Yep.
we get the rematch. But you talk about good matches. Ethan Erwin looked like he was taking this away. He had a 10-point lead after that second round. Andreyko hits Tim Burton catches up, goes within 3. Ethan has a tough third round, only hitting 1 out of his 3 questions. Mark Andreyko having a phenomenal second and third round, and Mark Andreyko is going up against Bibiani for the title.
Just something about that confident stroll he had there. He understated going up to the wheel in the second round. He spun Tim Burton. He probably should write Jeremy Hastings a letter of thank you, our Patreon supporter, because he wanted that slice on the wheel, and Draco certainly wanted that slice. Got him back in the match when we thought that missed steal from David Allen Greer might cost him the entire thing. He comes back to pitch my basketball number 22 in a victorious effort.
All right, so now let's talk to Jen Sturger, who was with Ethan Erwin and the winner, the android, Mark Andreyko.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Mark Andreyko. Mark, you look absolutely stunned right now.
I was telling Rachel and Emma, I think this is my version of Jacob's Ladder. I'm actually dying. And this is the last thing I'm thinking before I pass on, because I honestly thought Ethan is such a good player and has such a wide depth of knowledge and is so unflappable. If that was a different category than Disney in the last question, it would be him here.
Let's be honest, though. You came in here today and you were just so down on yourself, and you said it in the beginning. Let's get this over with.
Oh, I think I said what everybody was thinking. I mean, no, that's not being falsely humble. I mean, on paper, Ethan is a really damn good champion. That was, once again, it's why this game is so much fun. The wheel and the random questions in that final round, they can change the dynamic substantially.
You were down 10 points when you were.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
when you thank God you can't see the scoreboard.
No, I could, but I wasn't even. When you're up there, you don't see anything, you know.
So you were down 10 points going into the second round.
I'm gonna brag. 10 points. Fuck Ethan Erwin. That was easy. I'm kidding.
But then you spun Tim Burton, and you were just on fire, electric the rest of the round. And then you got to round 3, and I feel like you sort of used the Stacey Howard method.
Which is what?
Just guessing your ass off.
No, I thought about it. That's where I'm glad we have the repeat the question, because that helped me. That helped me both times. And it didn't help me with Wallace Shawn, because I haven't seen Princess Bride in 30 years. But with the first question, or with Ghost in the Shell, I was like, I don't know any of that. And I thought, oh, the title's Ghost in the Shell. Shell must refer. So maybe it's obviously what it is, and it was. So that scientific method works. Listen to your teachers, grade school kids.
And Emma, you are absolutely beaming over there. Tell me, what does this win mean to the Fife Club?
It means that the Fife Club, the third member of the Fife Club, is now going to have a shot at the championship. I mean, and again, I said it before the match, third time is the charm, and I really think that Mark Andreyko is destined to come out on top this time. Look, he was nervous going into the match today, with good reason. Ethan Erwin is an incredible competitor, but there was one glimmer of hope for me, which was the fact that this now means that Andreyko is going to get to have that rematch with William Bibiani, and he has wanted that for a long time. And there he is, speaking of William Bibiani.
Oh, may I please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you're not the only one who's wanted that rematch. You and me, we had something magical. We had the best damn match in the history of the Schmoedown, and I want another one, and I want that championship.
Okay, I'm not jibber jabber. It wasn't the best match because I lost. It will be the best match when I win.
It was the best match for me. It was the best match for me.
And I don't care.
Oh, that's very unfortunate because I want this. This would be nice for me.
Look, you can do all your theatrics and your shtick here, and I'm waiting for you to start juggling flaming torches.
Ooh, I should have brought flaming torches.
But when it comes down to knowledge, I'm really good at the third round, as I proved here. What's your third round record again?
Well, I usually don't have to get there anymore. Because I'm so good, you see. Because you, not so good. You have bad. And everything bad.
What's my record?
I don't actually know or care. Because your record against me is really not good.
6-2?
Your record against me...
6-2?
Yeah. I want the championship! Oh, here you go.
Thank you. So much screaming.
The guy's gonna have an aneurysm. I hope he makes it till I beat him.
Oh, my aneurysm!
Ethan, that match was absolutely nothing to hang your head about. I mean, you hung in there till the very end, but I know that's got to feel disappointing to you.
Yeah, I think I was as surprised as anybody. It was, look, that was a tough one, and look, you get the questions you get, and you only know what you know. But look, Andreyko did a good job. I was very pleasantly surprised by some of the stuff that he knew, and it didn't go the way I wanted. It didn't go the way I thought it was going to go for sure. But hey, that happens. And also, I just talked to the people who are going to actually buy Collider, and they're going to tear down this entire building anyway, so it's fine. So, I'm sure you'll land on your feet. I'm sure you'll be fine.
So round 1 and round 2, you absolutely destroyed, and then you got to round 3, and obviously that's kind of where the wheels fell off.
Yeah, I know. I gotta say, family films are apparently not what I know. So yeah, I know it was tough, and they were the questions I got were for films that I have not seen. So I don't know.
So obviously, we've heard the big announcement. You will be teaming up with the Machine in Anarchy, and your manager will be none other than Jay Washington. This is pretty exciting news for you, right?
What? Jay Washington? This is brand new news to me. I guess it's just something I'm gonna have to get. Oh.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, hi. Hey. Well, you seem like a swell guy. This is exciting.
Listen. You should be honored to be with me and Janine. You should be just so ecstatic. You get to be with the potential rookie of the year. I mean, you had a chance, but you lost. But listen, we get to make you so much better around here, especially when we help you to win this whole tournament. We're all doing each other a favor. You gonna love it. I might even get you a Viper Squad shirt or a tattoo. You dig? Have a good one.
Who was that? Yeah, I guess I'll go with the shirt if that's the choice. But yeah, no, look, I'm excited. I'm super excited about pairing up with Janine. I actually feel like we really complement each other in terms of our knowledge. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great.
Please don't get a Viper Squad tramp stamp.
We'll see.
Well, no surprise there. Bibiani was on hand, and face-to-face they went. Mark Andreyko and Bibiani ready to do it. They both want this matchup. Andreyko wants the rematch. Bibiani wants to prove he can do it again, and this time full circle for the title. As for Ethan Erwin, he wants to get right back in there and do it all over again. He's ready for the team tournament now. He's ready to take the Anarchy, which is coming up not too long from now. But Ethan played a hell of a match. He just got knocked off to that pedestal this time around.
Yeah, I mean, you got to wonder. We talked about at the top of the match, Ethan Erwin, such a striking effort in his first couple matches. There's only one way to go, and it's down. Now, he'll probably retreat to his palatial ivory tower mansion that all producers in Hollywood have, rethink his strategy, lick his wounds, come back strong in the team tournament. But now, you and I get to prep for one of the biggest matchups in the history of the movie trivia Schmoedown, and that would be Mark Andreyko versus William Bibiani for Sam Levine's Jewels.
It is not Sam Levine's Jewels anymore.
Is it not? Did I read that wrong?
It is off the table now. It is a vacant championship, and one of those guys, either the Android or the Beast, will be your new movie trivia Schmoedown champion. My God, unbelievable. And remember, you guys have a chance to get the tickets for September 8th. Get your tickets now. September 8th live.
I'm not guaranteed
See
to go,
Dan
and it
Merle
really makes me
compete live,
sad.
and also go and check out Jason Inman as he defends the championship against the winner of the Inner Geek.
We're going to be there, too. That's Christian Harloff. I'm Mark Ellis. Make sure you guys check out the Schmoedown Patreon. You heard some patrons' names read today. You could be one of those. Join the Schmoedown Patreon. Figure out which tier is right for you. Also, check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes and Apple Podcasts and the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page, of which I am proud to say I'm a member.
Call this one of the matches of the year?
Oh, so far, absolutely. Is the year over already? Dear God, I need to make New Year's plans.
Man.
Trying to look up my flight. All right, guys. So that was a lot of fun. As you saw, I actually played pretty well. That's the reason I did this reaction, because I haven't been doing reactions consistently lately, given my certain schedule and how I don't have patience to wait to watch the matches, and I want to get them up right away. So that's how that usually goes. But I decided that I wanted to do this one because I wanted to compete face-to-face, not really, against Andreyko and Erwin, and I did pretty well, and I'm really happy with my performance. So if you guys don't already know, this is Confidential Cinema. Please subscribe to this channel and stay here because we do movie trivia, we do top lists, we're going to cover our top 100s, we're going to do rankings of like MCUs and different other type of stuff. We're going to talk about movie news, and we're going to talk about various things like that. You can check the description on the channel and you'll see all the things we have. Also, go join the Confidential Cinema Facebook group. We have 255 members. It's not very big at all, but we talk about movies. I do polls. I do all that type of stuff, as well as promoting all the videos that I do and get people to join and have a lot of fun. So go ahead and do that. I'm Henry Confidential. As always, this is Confidential Cinema. Please stay tuned and come back next time.